Coffee Talk app. You know what time it is. Welcome to the strip. Yeah, boy, just ran across this new coffee. Thinking this is Soloma, Solima, Solima. I gotta check, but I'll get back at y'all with what the name of it is. But it's deep. Talking about deep chocolatey, deep chocolate roasted. You can taste the real deep chocolatey roast flavor in this coffee. It's like one of the deepest I've tasted in a while. If you mess with that Starbucks coffee, it puts you in the mind of that the Cafe Verona flavor. So it's really deep and rich and nutty like that. But yeah, man, let's get into this because I keep being introduced to different conversations and different things, topics. This one is a real important one because a lot of our people take it for granted, or maybe not even take it for granted, but they don't even pay it attention. You know what I'm saying? And it's the nowness, the non-existence of a future and a past. The importance of knowing who you are so you can operate correctly at most of the times. Remember, a lot of our actions are we volunteer to do certain goofy shit, and that's just what it is. We just don't want to be accountable when it's time when we go through these things, but that's how it be for real. So you're responsible everything you do. There's no, you know, ifs, ands, or buts about that. So the point being, flavorful. Uh, point being, the only thing that's mattering or that counts is now. It's a simple equation that's easy to break down because you can just simply think of it like this. What what you did 3 minutes ago was 3 minutes ago. What you're going to do 3 minutes from now is what you're going to do. Both of those things are non-existence right now, though. Because the only thing that's right now is you and the thought of the thing that's gone and to come. Why do I bring this up? Because as much as we like to sit back and say, oh, we have a conscious community, and as much as we like to sit back and glorify all the guys who have read the most books that sit on platforms to regurgitate the shit back to you because you've never read it. You didn't even go looking for this shit. That's why you're so mesmerized by the way they deliver it to you that you haven't paid no attention to. You are the only thing that matters in the now. I need income now. If you don't have income now, a stream of income, a lucrative stream of passive income, or any kind of dividends coming in now, is because of what you didn't do yesterday. And as a result, your nowness is like this. But because you won't pay it attention and fix and change things, your tomorrow is going to be of equal manifestation. Zero. You see, sometimes you could get too far into what you think is some real shit, and you forget. And that's the problem with the conscious community, the so-called conscious community that I've been told people it didn't exist. That was also some type of indoctrination, and some that's also like church. You see, because what happens in the conscious community is, now here you have some bougie ass niggas that think because they done read about 10 plus books that they can tell you how to make your life better, when the books they've read haven't made their lives better. Or they want to debate you on some information that they've read or have been told, simply on the strength of knowing that you haven't came across this information. But because it's fascinating type of information, they know they can captivate you by using it. So thus you have the conscious community. Now, so in this community, you have multiple thought processes going on across this conscious community, though. Embracings of all type of knowledge, which is good. That's good. I'm not saying that's not a good thing. That's a plus. It becomes a minus when you have these guys that want to consistently sit and debate the bullshit and disguise that shit as help for our people, help for the community, help for the youth and the women and the elders. That's when it becomes the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Because you sitting there consistently debating the same subject over and over and over, it's bullshit. It helps no one. It moves nothing forward but the person whose platform it is, who is getting the income from putting this shit together. Now, one could say, do they deserve to be paid for putting this shit together? Well, I mean, if you've made putting people together debating a thing, but call it just that, you're not teaching, you're giving people information. It's not a class. It's probably a debate or a lecture. You see, because you're talking to people who don't even have study skills. The average person is not going to sit there and study. They'll just hear what's being said. See, the conscious community is just the most popular reality show. And it's the most popular because it's the most interactive. See, anybody can get a school of thought and then jump in the reality show. Just by strictly saying, well, hey, I got this information from over here and it debunks this information from over there. So I'm going to put it on the table. Now, I'm an advocate for correct knowledge as well, though. So I do advocate for when we do run across information that aids in giving a full comprehension of something, then yeah, I'm in agreement to that. But when it's just to bring up some bullshit, I'm not on that. Like, I'm not on no sitting listening to people keep debating. Is you the real Hebrew Israelite, or are you Kemetic based, or are you a fucking Jehovah's Witness, or are you with the RBG, or are you a African Africanism? And man, all that shit ain't shit, because as far as all my travels took me across this country, around the country, out the country, and whatever, I have yet to visit Little Africa. I'm talking about for all the people who is on that they're from Africa thing. I have yet. You see, because in most of the hoods and cities that I've been in, you know what I can guarantee you I'll see? I can guarantee you I'll see Chinatown. Yeah, buddy. I can guarantee you I might see a little Italy somewhere. I can guarantee you're gonna see some Slavic villages. You know, you're gonna see Irish communities. You're gonna definitely see Jewish communities. Now, how do you know that these areas are these areas if you don't live there and you're just driving through? Because they show the symbolism and their pride through the symbolism. So you'll ride through the area and you know it's Little Italy because you'll see it. For one, it might be a gigantic billboard that says, "Welcome to Little Italy." And from that point through until you exit, you'll see it. The pride, the little cafes, the flags, the storefronts, and you'll see. Same with Spanish Town. Same with Chinatown. Same with Little Jamaica Town. There is no African American town. You let them define your community by calling that shit a hood. That's the hood. So that's how you identify it. When we ride through a city and it's fucked up and the shit everywhere is trash, it's fucked, it's towed down, them the African Americans. Wow. Is that Little Africa? I'm talking about for the people who buy into the I'm from Africa shit. You see, because sitting there debating about all this bullshit, man, these niggas ain't building nothing. I see the cash apps and shit running up, though. I definitely see them niggas running up the numbers. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. Run it up. Ching ching, I see them cashing out, though. I don't see shit popping up through these cities, though. And let me tell you something. This what I don't see. This inexpensive, bro. Y'all can do a conscious community pop-up shop tour. I'm talking about if it was that important to y'all. If y'all really was putting y'all fucking feet on the ground and taking this shit to the people. Because see, a lot of people don't fuck with YouTube. A lot of people don't mess with this social media shit. And a lot of people for real that mess with the shit don't have an attention span long enough to watch most of the lectures and some of them lives. See, a lot of people is not self-disciplined enough to put 3 hours into the brain as they would put up the nose or in the vein. And what you guys have done is you've noticed that. See, I'm not going to say that the people in the conscious community is not educated. I'm not going to say they stupid by far. These are your scholars. Now keep that in mind. These are your scholars because they are putting in the 10,000 hours. They putting that in. So, and they putting in the 7+ years, and you know what I'm saying? And they putting that in. Or 20 years. Well, I forget the numbers. It's wrote down. I got this shit wrote down somewhere. I had it wrote down just so I can specifically tell y'all. But at any rate, it's just that they are misleading. You see, one thing about knowledge and sacred knowledge is there's a difference. That once you start to open yourself up to certain levels and degrees of knowledge and schools of thought, and it starts to manifest and become real, because in your realm of existence, because you can't unlearn. You don't wake up and forgot how to tie your shoe. You haven't woke up and forgot how to walk, how to smile, how to talk. You don't unlearn. See, people, that's what I mean by a lot of us have been exposed to truth. It's up to you. You didn't accept it. Or you refuse to accept it. Or you push it to the side because it's uncomfortable to you. Or it's easier just for you just to be on the other side of the fence. All of that's accountability, though. That make a better man. So just admit and be that. You know what I mean? And walk your walk like that, though. So you can be recognized by that. You can be accepted by your like peers. Motherfuckers who think just like you. Or who feel just like you. The problem with that is it becomes recognizable to some of y'all that, oh, this not a successful wave, though. This shit ain't happening. But you stuck there because you don't know how to critically think enough to get yourself up out of there and get into some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And you get your problem. You get problems. I be saying, the NOWNESS is right now. You're watching this and you're listening to me talk. But ego has prevented you from picking up a pencil. And with the pencil and the paper, I'm giving you square right now. Square root information. You should be taking notes so that when we're done talking, you can put that on the level. Do you some research into what I'm saying, or certain aspects of what I'm saying, or certain thought processes that you might have heard through the conversation, so you can pick apart some things to better you. See, everybody keep looking for a leader or some shit like that. The leaders were given to you. Somebody told you that was a leader. How the fuck you think everybody just automatically dig one person if they haven't put their boots on the ground for real? Like, it's sold to you. Period. So if you control your knownness, you never need a leader. You your own energy force. You drive it where you want it to go. Nobody don't have to tell you shit. Control your knownness. You had a bad relationship. Your parents wasn't there for you. Your grandma kicked you out. You lost your job. Or you jumped out of high school, but you also ain't have enough initiative to learn other shit, period. You just said fuck life. Now, look, man, look. Control your knownness. You want some shit? Control your nowness. Motherfuckers keep thinking that. Look, let me tell y'all something. One of the worst things we can sit back and think about or put together is I watch our people do this shit all the time. We'll say some goofy shit, or we'll look at some shit that's really not like what it is, and we'll really think that that's some good wholesome type situation that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, first things first, all family ain't family. I'm not saying that they're doing negative to you, but when you think about it in retrospect, all family ain't good for you. Couldn't be. All family and friends couldn't be good for you. Because look, you may be one of them people that's sitting there right now because you think you smart and you saying, oh shit, my family are cool. They don't do shit. They ain't woo-woo. They do this and they ain't. Look, if it ain't about progression, and if it ain't a family that's about entrepreneurship and building generational wealth, it's still not. That's not the unit for you. If that's what you're yearning, but you scared to cut that loose. I'm not saying forget about it or leave it alone or leave them. What I'm saying is condition yourself to manifest what you need to manifest, because this is what's in your head that you want. It's obviously not in none of those individuals who you keep thinking is behind you head. It's obviously not. You're never going to get it because you think that they have your best at heart. If they would have had your best at heart, they would have positioned you along the way to be able to think critically enough to know to go get it. Then you can help them. Now y'all can sit back and kick and woohoo and woohoo, because somebody in a position themselves to give everybody that leverage. If you want to be that one, be that one. Then the family will start to produce multiples of them. You know what I mean? The grandkids it'll be a couple of them that develop that type of, yeah. Your nowness, fix your nowness. Don't talk to me about what you looking forward to. What's going on now, right now? What you got going right now? Because only right now can we collab and put some shit together that can make some fucking money, because tomorrow is tomorrow, motherfucker. Yesterday gone, my nigga. What you talking about? Ain't no predicting the future. The future is created. Create you one. A good one, though. Quit dodging the inevitable. Motherfuckers sit back and they want quality friends, or they want to be around people that's smart, or they want to be able to get the information that's necessary so they can get to where they need to get to. You know what I'm saying? But then when it's presented to them, they reject the shit. Fix our nowness. Period. This go for relationships too, because a lot of people is on that, which I'm happy to see, because the units is what create the power. You know what I'm saying? A single man is only a single man. That's it. Now in his head, he can say, "Well, I'm a bachelor. He's not a complete male. He's just a single man who illusionalistically is tricked to believe that he has success because he has a good job, and no wife and no kids. He's a bachelor, which means he's wasting a lot of energy. Those levels, he's wasting a lot of energy because he's not manifesting that energy into a unit to blossom into another level of energy and another level of consciousness that he will never understand until he do these things. You can read about it, you can watch it on TV, but you are none the wiser, brother. This go the same for the women that's in that same position. I get it. You feel like, oh, you're single, you success, you don't need this, and that's cool. If that's the lane and the thought process that you're working with, that's cool for you. But we talking about more than just you. We talking about the grand scheme of things here, which consists of more than just you. See, people think it's all about just you. Now, remind you, I did say some things that will put you to think that, oh, well, you just said that it. Don't be befuddled in the words. When I use words and terms, they be in context with that particular point of the conversation so that you can understand it. Just for the smarty who is probably getting aggravated with something I said, and now they're going to try to pick and try to see if they can make a contradiction in there. Everybody is contradictory to themselves. Fuck are you talking about? Everybody. Prime example. Everyone wants to be healthier. No one actually eats right or does the necessary things to do such. I'm just saying. Fix your nowness, man. Fix your nowness. Big Dink. Sitting on the app chopping it up with y'all. Because it's been a minute. But hey. Oh. I'm going to start, I might have the queen on the show. I might have the kids on the show. I'm about to just, it's really about the channel about to expand a little bit with what's going on. See, by now, you should have been watched every one of the videos I put up because you would have some understanding of where it's going. This is not a propaganda channel. This is not a celebrity gossip channel, although I may bring up celebrity topics depending on what the topic is and how important or if important to an actual reality that's going on. And an example of that is maybe something happens to a particular celebrity and the incident was something general people could relate to, then yeah. But I don't care about who got who pregnant or who just bought the newest this or who. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because I don't know what a celebrity is. I don't celebrate people. You know, I don't do that. So anyway, it is what it is. Fix your nowness. You got people that is caught up in the television world. They caught up in the glitz and the glamour and the cars, the jewels. I know somebody sitting there saying, well, look at you, brother. You got on diamonds and gold and Gucci and shades and the chain. And when your mind is correct, I want you to listen to me. When your mind is correct, what you put on got a whole different energy. Now, if I go outside and I have on jewelry, people is not looking at me like I'm a drug dealer. They are also not looking at me like, oh, that's a rapper. Why? Why not? My energy It's not saying that. Like, y'all so stuck on stupid that you fail to realize that when we keep saying energy, that's the absolute truth. You call it something else. Yo, vibes. That's the new thing. Vibe. Vibe is short for vibration. Is energy vibrating? You see, some of you are so far behind or in head that your nounness is foggy. I'm spending my nounness giving you tidbits. Very good tidbits. Because that's all it is you watch YouTube because you want to be entertained. I'm here to just have a conversation with you. Go back to the first video of these shows and read the description. Because I did not put that description in every video. You gotta be crazy. I could have copied and pasted. Yeah. No. This is different. This is a conversation. I want you in the comments. Commenting. Give me some feedback. I'm bringing up conversations that's necessary. These are the ones that we need to be talking about. The nounness. Okay, you know what I'm saying? The nounness. Like right now, your kid's schooling is fucked up. What are we going to do about it? Well, I got some nounness information. I got some nounness proposals. We got all these stupid ass channels. We previewing tennis shoes and drawing on shit and doing a bunch of goofy ass walking on fucking crates and twerking and doing a bunch of dumb shit. That's people in a hole. No colors here. People in a hole. As a society. That we forgetting. That the kids is fucked up. We done let COVID fuck the system up. They done put a break. Conveniently enough. Those who know. And for those who know, I'm talking to those who know. That break and that compulsory education indoctrination should have been enough for you to fix the being. To put him or her in a correct path. To know that, look, what you're about to be receiving is a bunch of BS. But in order to be on this grid, you have to, for the next 12 years, gain this type of stuff. So you can plug in and adapt on this level. But this is what it is. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us didn't take the time to do that because a lot of you smart people just ain't. That's just ain't what y'all is. I heard somebody tell me before, hey, bro, you use ain't a lot now. I say, ain't is a word. It's in the dictionary. Person say, oh, man, every word, I don't mean every word in the dictionary a real word. Now, now, in the nounness, come on, bro. Now, every word in the dictionary ain't a real word. So we're dealing with minds that think like this. How do we get more people involved in this type of a thought process? That's what people be saying. And that's the thing. Nobody trying to save nobody. What are we talking about here? That's that same old, nobody ain't trying to save nobody for real. You can't. You can aid people or put them in different positions, but you can't change. I mean, you can't save nobody, because saving comes from in here inside. That's what save. That's how you save. I mean, you. What are you talking about? What are we talking about here? Your nowness. Do something today, right now. You want to be better? Do something right now. You want to be a content creator? Turn me off and start recording after you hit the like and the share and all that good shit, though. Let me help you. That's the truth of the matter. I ain't gonna be like the rest of them. I'm telling you, the truth is, if you don't do all that, I can't continue to help you properly. You see, y'all pay HBO and y'all pay Cinemax and you pay CNN and the rest of these TV shows, and don't sit there and fucking say you don't, because you got cable. You paying a bill. So the other YouTuber's not going to tell it to you straight like that so you can get the point. You're helping the person to build the channel. You're personally adding input and data into what they need to do to make the channel more customizable to you, basically. So if this person, that's like you turning on your favorite weather channel, but your input is guiding how the person is putting the info out of the TV. So perhaps imagine your comment come up in their teleprompter, for example, and they use that in the aid of their conversation. So YouTube is that. Your comments and things of that nature. The channel owner or the person that's running the show should be reading these things and sculpting the channel to suit the subscribers that's coming in and that is enjoying your content and your delivery. The trolls is going to be trolls. You can either have a channel that adheres to trolls or that just gets rid of them, period. At any rate, hit the like and all that stuff, man. It don't hurt. Coffee Talk Al. Y'all know it. I've been just sitting back, paying attention real close, and looking at the situation to decide which way to do things and how to take the next road. And what I came up with was